Hey guys, this is me again, and in the last video we discussed the formal definition of investing, in which I told you that investing is basically the process through which one commits his money to a project with the expectation of getting a return and additional profit from that endeavor. And we actually gave some concrete examples from farmers who basically don't consume all the seeds of corn that they get from their harvest, but instead we seed those seeds, if you want, to get additional corn and therefore get profit from those seeds. So, in other words, they could have consumed those seeds right away, but they chose not. And from those seeds, they actually got more future seeds or more future corn to consume in the future. And this, in essence, is investing, which is basically the delaying of immediate consumptions for eventual future consumptions. Today we will really focus on actually where to start, concretely where to start when you want to invest. And growing up, most of us have been told that if you want to make it in life, basically all you have to do is to get a good job, work hard, save some money, and play safe. You know, there is nothing wrong with that advice. It's sound advice, it's safe advice. The problem with that is that it starts with the assumption that you will actually get a job that is good enough to allow you, to do those things, to save and, eventually get a house and all these things. Well, in reality, we know that for most of us, this is not the case. Not for all of us. For some of us, this is not the case. Some of us are actually struggling to make ends meet and don't necessarily have the means to actually just go through that process of getting a job, saving, working hard, because the income might not be enough to begin with. And so, when you are in that situation, what do you do concretely? You know, maybe you are in that situation, you would like to invest, you now understand that investing actually allows you to delay your consumption today, but to have more to consume later. You understand the concept of investing, you would like to be part of it, but you just don't know exactly if you are even able to actually do it just based on your income right now. So I will go through what I think could be a good solution for people who may not have the means who think they don't have the means to invest right now. The first thing that is really important is that we can all invest something. Doesn't matter if you live in North America, if you live in Europe, if you live in Australia. Basically, if you anywhere you live right now, especially in the Western world, you can invest some money. And if you don't make enough income, if you don't make enough revenue, then you have to reduce your expenses. I'm sorry to say that. We all want the best things in life, we all want to have good things, but we can't have all we want. If investing is your priority, if not necessarily investing, but if you want to guarantee something for the future. Remember, investing is like projecting yourself in the future. If that is really what you want, my friends, I'm sorry to say that, but you would have to reduce some of the expenses if you don't make enough income. That will, in essence, allow you to save something which can use to actually invest. Uh, Meanwhile, if you feel that you're not making enough, you can still, while you're saving that money, whatever it is, it can be $2 or $5, doesn't matter. Remember, investing will make money work for you. So no matter how little it is, as long as you start, you're already building something. And meanwhile, you can also look for another job or look for another source of income. It doesn't have to be a job. You can also start a business on the side and have additional income from it. The purpose, the goal is really to have as much as possible of extra income once you're done with your expenses so that you can actually invest. Because remember, when you have more money to invest, it's a little bit like having an army with more soldiers to work for you. You know, And so you can look for another job and or look for another a business to get in and start having that extra income to invest even more. But start where you are, no matter how small it is. Now, once you're done with that, you have to, to choose your investments carefully. It is extremely important to know exactly who you are, exactly what your needs are before you invest. This is money that was hard earned. You didn't, for most of us, we didn't just receive that money from somebody. We actually had to work to get that money. And you don't want to work a lot to just throw that money out of the window. You want to make sure that, if you invest that money, the expectations that you will receive profit from that money is pretty high. So this is really what really differentiates investing from gambling. Gambling is just putting money and not knowing exactly whether or not you're going to have a return. It could be yes, it could be no. You have no idea. Investing is really not that. Investing is really focused on considering where you invest your money, doing your research, and knowing that in those investment vehicles there is a good expectation that you will get a return from it. And if you don't know a lot about it, it's fine. But you can already start saving and put it even in the bank at the guaranteed deposit. It's already better than nothing. Well, obviously the interest rates right now are pretty low, but still, it's already better than nothing, and it helps you get the good habits. And from those habits, you can really start, working with investment advisors, investment analysts, or investment firms to help you really get better into the investment. So in the next video, we will really um, discuss now exactly why actually bother investing. See you later, guys.